Hello one and all, welcome back to yet another movie review, and this time I shall be reviewing The Naked Gun 2025, which stars Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and Paul Walter Hauser and other actors. And this is basically the fourth Naked Gun film right after the trilogy from the 80s, which went through the 90s. I love that trilogy. I think it's an underrated trilogy. I think it's probably one of the best comedy trilogies out there. And I also love Aeroplane, which also does kind of relate to that kind of comedy aspect. You know, spoof comedies. Of course, I love Spaceballs. That's a good one. And I enjoyed this the Scary Movie series. It's fun. And then there's probably a bunch of other comedies I can think of. But The Naked Gun, this new one, oh my god, this is probably one of the best comedies I've seen in a long time. Probably the best in an extremely long time. This film was just hilarious. And there are a couple of jokes that didn't stick out to me, which is my only really con, just to get that out of the way. But really, I love The Naked Gun. This is one of the best movies I've seen of the year. And I love Liam Neeson in this because he's done roles, you know, coming after Phantom Menace, playing a Jedi, you know, being in a drama, Schindler's List, of course, starting to become an action star, you know, from Taken, until Naked Gun, starting to come in a comedic role. And I think he just plays it so well. And Pamela Anderson have such great chemistry between Beth and Frank Devon Jr. And yes, basically all the most of the characters are pretty much juniors coming up. They're pretty much a child from a parent from the trilogy, pretty much. Of course, you have Ed Hawken Jr., played by Paul Walter Hauser. Really love seeing him as a supporting character. So would definitely love to see him more comedy stuff. I mean, from seeing him from Cobra Kai and Fantastic Four. I mean, would love to see more from this man. Really enjoyed his time in the movie. And of course has action in there. This is technically an action comedy, so I loved how the action was all playing out. I mean, just an laugh out action. And of course, the comedy is played out so well. A couple of jokes didn't land for me, but I'm not going to spoil Naked Gun just in case you haven't. But guys, you really should, because this is probably the best comedy in decades. I think, anyway. I mean, there's been some other great comedies, like you have the two 20 Jump Street movies, Deadpool movies, and to think of much older ones, Doctor Strangelove, Monty Python series. But this, I think, is probably the best comedy of the decade. And this is definitely a movie that I would love to see more of, you know, because it's basically another Top Gun Maverick, where it's a movie they just don't make like they used to anymore. And I think Naked Gun is yet another one of those movies. I mean, there's probably a bunch of other movies I could think of that can do it right. And if they decide to do another Naked Gun film, as long as, you know, the team's back and a person with knowledge about the Naked Gun series, particularly the trilogy, then I'm all for it. And so overall, guys, Naked Gun, you know, I loved seeing, you know, characters, you know, passing on from the trilogy, particularly Leslie Nielsen from the original trilogy. You know, really loved seeing that trilogy. Rest in peace. Passing on to his son, you know, Frank Devon Jr., you know, played by Liam Neeson. Just love the character. And then, you know, and every other actor that was involved in this movie did a superb job, I think, anyway, and I'm going to give The Naked Gun an A. There you go, guys. That is my review on The Naked Gun. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of The Naked Gun amongst comedies out there, because comedy movies is, particularly for good quality, we rarely get these days, but I think Naked Gun puts it a major turnaround. But comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Sorry it's been a while, guys. I've been quite busy. I'll probably do an update video at some point, but hopefully I'll get back into more reviews at some point. But as always, if you're new to my channel, I'm a movie reviewer from the UK that likes to do movie reviews, and it's just pretty much what I do on this YouTube channel. And if you're a returner once again, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, notify that bell before you leave. And all my social media links are in the description below. But if you're a returner, welcome back and hope you're enjoying my content so far. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.